Once again, welcome back to another Instagram live that is the Sunday podcast with नीरव और आज हमारे साथ में है निवेदिता मुरलीधरन a very good entrepreneur especially into the e-commerce segment, and she will be our guest speaker. She will be coming in a few minutes. तब तक मैं उनके बारे में कुछ बता देता हूँ, एक शॉर्ट इंट्रोडक्शन। उससे पहले मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि आज का ये पूरा सेशन इंग्लिश में रहेगा बिकॉज निवेदिता हिंदी बोल नहीं पाती है, तो शी इज़ मच मोर कन्वीनियंट विद द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज। तो आज का ये पूरा सेशन इंग्लिश में ही रहेगा। जो जिन लोगों को आपत्ति है इंग्लिश से, मैं आज कुछ कर नहीं सकता बिकॉज एज पर लैंग्वेज पार्ट इज कंसर्न, आज इंग्लिश में ही रहेगा। So Nivedita, I'm just sending you this one invitation. Just hold on.
Yeah. Hi, Nero.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
Yes, yes.
Am I
Yes,
audible
audible.
now to you? Okay. So people will come. I was just giving a very small introduction, like what I have, because I do not know much more about your back history. So just I know that you have been very good at the e-commerce areas and also been working in Amazon since I think around more than 5 years. So let's start without wasting the time. Nivedita, the first questions which I want to ask you, okay, how you start your journey, or I will say how you come down as an Amazon seller or start your agency. Was there any predefined area, or there was any dream, or coincidentally or defaultly you come down from the job and coming into the Amazon and the e-commerce area? So before that, welcome to my podcast. Thank you for accepting this podcast invite at a very short moment. So for that, I will thank you from my heart. And yeah,
Sure. Thanks a
questions
lot
to
for
you,
inviting. So
Nivedita.
I believe this is the second live we are doing. We did it 2020, I guess. So first it was. So it was, we really had a good
Yeah,
reach. So thanks again for inviting. So it means a lot to me for
yeah,
second invite.
yeah.
So coming to my journey,
Thank you.
like I was doing offline selling. So, and I want to, when I was working, I want to also work and also make money. At the time, I did not have any other option apart from e-commerce.
Yes.
I started surfing. That was the time, all the
Okay.
Amazon, Flipkart, Paytm, Shopclose, everything came in. So just I started buying. Then I thought, okay, why don't I
Okay.
sell on it? So that's how my journey started. I won't say it's a complete planned activity, but time. That's what I would value a lot. And even as you asked, coming to the agency also, it was like that. Like I was short of money. I had a lot of problems. Inventory was lying. So I have to pay to the supplier. Somewhere I felt I need money. Obviously, in e-commerce
Hmm.
I was making. I don't say no, but
Hmm.
I want to make more money. That was the time I thought, okay, why don't I do freelancing of my works? So I started
Hmm.
freelancing and I
Hmm.
started helping,
Okay.
people. So at one point of time, I started getting more orders. Like I was like, okay, I'm not able to handle it. So my second business is also doing good. So let's hire
Okay.
people. And that's how I built my agency.
Okay. Okay. So it was like in the
Exactly.
flow, in
Yeah.
the natural flow, you
Yes.
started your journey. Okay, so I can say your those categories, those who are seem themselves as a lucky. There was a survey been made by one of the scientists in the 70s and 80s, whether the people are lucky or unlucky. The lucky people, the conclusion was they are the opportunities. They understand the opportunity very well, and hence they move into natural flow, means what's going on in the
Mm-hmm.
market, and they grab it. So in this way, there is the definition he stated on the scientific way, that there is nothing like lucky or unlucky. Lucky people, they understand their intuition, they understand the signal from the market, and they grab the opportunity. So I
Yes.
think you are from
Yes.
those areas. Okay, so today we have been talking, at the title is how to start the Amazon FBA business without leaving the job. So many people do not even understand what is the FBA. Okay, so how the FBA work, or what is FBA? That's, please throw some lights on this area. What is the Amazon FBA for the people who are
Sure.
totally
FBA
layman?
means it's fulfillment by Amazon. So here our idea is to automate the entire process. When it comes to e-commerce, either you have to hold the inventory or you have to pack it. That's
Hmm.
what people think. But now in using Amazon FBA, we automate the process by sending the goods to Amazon warehouse. So that warehouse only we call it as FBA, or we call it as FC also, fulfillment center. So we outsource the entire process by sending the goods to warehouse, and Amazon will take care of packing. And that's the reason many of my students are able to do without leaving their existing job. Even I have some clients who are actually working in a company and they're able to parallel do this because the entire process can be automated. And also there are a lot of agencies to outsource your work. If you want photo shoot, there is an agency. So everything we have a lot of freelancers, agencies, and this process entirely can be automated. So that's where I felt like, why should you leave the job? Because when I started, I did not leave the job. So I shouldn't teach wrongly. So no need to leave your existing job or business, because if you're able to parallelly achieve a success, then your family will support you. Then you can quit the job if you're making really good numbers.
That's a very fine, because maximum people who come into the entrepreneurship areas, they always will be able to switch it to the completely leaving the job and then we start. And that's a very biggest mistake we make. Even I make also 10 years back also when I started. And then I understand that one should not start because the cash flow is getting blocked once you leave the job also. And that reason is that now the geo has come from last 7 years. So it is increasing with the internet usage also. But in those times, 10 years back, there was internet, but there was not so much content was there on the YouTube and other social media platform. Now, since so many good mentors like you are there who are helping the people into the Amazon, so now it's becoming very easy to learn from an expert like you. So when we talk about the Amazon, so what is the pre-requirement to start the Amazon business? Any requirement, any technical trainings are there? Means what are the requirements should be there? If I am coming up for the first time, I do not know what the product should I choose, which area should I go, what are the setup is the requirement, documentation, how step by step one can.
So obviously there are two methods to learn anything. Either you can do it yourself. I did the same method, but it took nearly, I guess I started 2013, but it took nearly 5 years. Like around 2017 only I was able to understand, okay, this is what, this is what. By 2018 only my graph came up. So till then I did not have any up graph. It was like wavering and sometimes it was low. So what I would recommend is like figure out a mentor, because now obviously, as you know, like after Geo, we have a lot of YouTube videos, but somewhere people are also misguided. They don't follow one thing. So if you want to go for free content also, my recommendation, follow one mentor in the YouTube. Don't follow all the people. So to kickstart, I will be sharing you a roadmap. The first step is documentation. You require compulsorily GST. Followed by a PAN card, bank details, everyone is going to have it. So GST becomes mandatory to sell on Amazon. And apart from that, obviously you require products. It's not necessary you should manufacture and all. We can outsource the entire stuff. Like we can buy from manufacturer and we can send the goods to FBA warehouse. Like what I said, fulfillment by Amazon. So we will figure out the top winning products which are in high demand, low competition. That's the key, I believe. And that's where my strategy is also working with my students, because we are able to achieve, like, you know, on an average, I'm saying, even in the worst case, if their investment is 10,000 or 20,000, they are able to achieve 30,000 in the first 30 days. Because I don't deal with people who are ready to invest in lakhs. Obviously, it's not possible. So they will be investing, you know, 20,000, 30,000, etc. So they are able to achieve around 30,000 to 1 lakh in, you know, 45 days. This is my success story. So we start small. And I generally ask my, you know, students to launch only 3 products initially, and with 20 pieces each. That's it. Let's test it small. So it would be like a very small side business that we are starting, hardly to cost you around 30,000 or something. So we would send this particular product to FBA warehouse and we will run advertisements for it. So we work on product research advertisement. Once we get the order, Amazon is going to pack it, they are going to ship it, you will be in your office, you will be in a vacation. So everything can be automated. So coming to documentation wise, only GST is a major part, but of course, depending on your product, something may vary.
Yes, so GST is a compulsory, whether you start with a small one also, and also, as we mentioned yesterday, that what about the barcode? In few of the areas, I don't know what's right now going on, because I was seller, 5 years back. So in those areas, there was a need for a barcode. So what the importance of the barcode along with the GST?
No, currently, you know, see, even at that time, we had one solution called GTN exemption. So GTN means Global Trade Identification Number. Every product you take in your home will have a barcode. So that has a lot of logics. Like when it starts with this number, it's Indian product like this. People cannot buy barcode, and even right now I have not purchased any barcodes. So either you can take a trademark, but again trademark is going to cost you 7,000.
Okay.
So I asked my students like, okay, no need to take a trademark if you don't have a budget. There is a concept called exemption in Amazon. So we say Amazon like, listen, I don't have barcodes, I don't have trademark, give me the approval. So we go and say Amazon that, and there is the process for it, of course. So once we submit those documents, that's just to your product images, etc., we are able to get the approval. And we have figured out few hacks for it also, like how you can get the speedy process. And, because on an average, we get around 10 to 20 approvals per month. Because we help our students completely. So we give them hacks. And, we work closely with Amazon, like we have internal contacts in Amazon to get that resolved. So it's possible to do this. As an end user also, you can definitely do it. I don't say like, only through Amazon help you can do it. Even without that, the documents, whatever they're asking, submit it. But it will take some time and you can get the process done.
Okay, great. No, that's about the GST. And what about when we look upon the brand names or the company names? So do we need to hire any consultant, or we can keep any name, or there is any criteria into the Amazon so the trademark classes does not come with other brands also? Because what I understand from one of my friend I guided after I left the FBA, because I want to shift into the service industry. So there was the issue with the brand name also. I gave him the Mahek as a brand name. So there were the other brand names also there. Then he told me that Amazon is telling me to go for the trademark, and then you submit the documentation of your brand name, then there will be not any clashes also, and then your rating will also be improved into the Amazon SEO. So I want to know
actually, I will split into two questions. The second question that you asked is like, your friend has faced the issue for visibility SEO. That's different. Obviously, once you get the trademark, you have a lot of features. You can upload videos, you can run different type of ads. So in a business, it's important to protect our brand name. So trademark is required. I don't say no, but while kickstarting only, I said to avoid it. But, coming to the brand name selection, that's a wonderful question, because many people think they can have any brand name. One small hack I'll share them, that you can just go to internet and type check TM or check trademark name. So consider I have selected a name like Sony. Example, I'm just saying, everyone knows Sony is a brand, but consider I don't know. I thought, okay, let me have Sony name. So if I'm going to the check TM name, and if I'm putting the word Sony and my category or class number, we call it class number, then it is going to say that, yes, someone has already taken the trademark. So if someone has already taken it, I don't have the right to take it. So my brand name, if it's new gen, and if someone has already taken it, I don't have the right to take it. But of course, there are a lot of laws in, this trademark. I am not a pro in that, but the right person to approach is a lawyer. So even in our agency, we do that. We have a lawyer there. Like, you'll be like, okay, this is the brand name, this is the category. Is it good to go? Even they don't predict 100%. They say like, yes, we have a good chance, let's go. But in case any appeals are coming, we have to address it. I'm speaking everything legally. So brand name, it may seem easy, but inside if you see, there are a lot of logics, a lot of actual, legal involvement available. But one small check that I ask my students to do is just go and check in trademark website. If someone has not taken the trademark, it's unique, then please proceed. No, later when we are taking trademark also, it will be helpful for us.
Okay. So when we talk about the trademark, Nivedita, one more thing. Suppose the new gen is the e-coms and the marketings. If somebody is starting with a new gen textile, for example, in a different niche and industry, so again this brand name will also.
This is what the lawyer actually plays a role. For example, there is a brand name already called New Gen. So I have applied for New Gen Max. Now this is an overlap. Now when I am applying, I know there is a risk involved that New Gen person can file a case against me and submit it to the trademark authority. Now, trademark authority has a sole decision to accept or reject it, depending on your trademark office. So, but again, I have the opportunity to appeal saying that, hey, listen, he is New Gen, I am New Gen Max. There is a vast difference between these two. So, like this, cases can come. It depends on the trademark authority who is going to sign, your state, and who's your competitor. Is he going to actually file a case? So, that's where I feel like, as an individual, we can't even, imagine all those stuff, because a lawyer should actually he will be suggesting me, like my lawyer does it. Like I'll be like, okay, there is a problem. Even for me, I got some problem.
Okay.
Like we have again submitted all the appeals saying that yes, this is my industry, this is what we are doing. I am doing from 2017. This is our website. I have even given this is my website address. So like this, you can appeal it. So these technical stuffs, leave it to the auditors, lawyers role, so that they would actually take care of it and they would handle it better. So of course, so till you get that, we call it as R symbol, registered symbol, it's going to be a very long journey. It may even take 2 years.
Registered symbol, yeah. Even in my case, it took around 5 years to get my TM to R. So because I have taken the Sanskrit term, or not Sanskrit term, into the Ayurvedic handle, which I listed in Amazon way back, and it was already coming to the fight with the same brand name into the cosmetic. Also, I was totally amazed that even a Sanskrit name, not Sanskrit, it was a Latin name. So I know it's a very big fight. I get a 5 year to consider to get as the R. Now, again, when we talk about this one, Amazon business also, many people feel like where to take the photography. Many of the few photographers, they charges very high also. So Amazon, FBA or Amazon India, they himself provide any photographer, because I know there are some criteria on white background and so many things are there. So we have to hire or take the mentor like you, or hire any agency like Newgen to know about how to do the photography, because many people say they take a box, a white box is available on the Amazon or other, they start clicking and then later on Amazon reject them. No, it is not up to the criteria of the Amazon India. So can you talk about
I
this?
won't say that don't do it yourself. If you're really having a good camera, you know how to take shoot. Okay, then definitely you can give it a try. There is no problem.
Okay.
Now, if you know the skill, start enhancing it. So you can start with proper lighting, and if you have a proper Canon or Sony camera, and if you can match it with the editing, obviously even our photographer is going to take it and we are going to edit it. White background removal and all is there. If you know these stuffs, please proceed. There is no harm in that. You're obviously going to try it. Maybe in the one product, two product, it will be a failure, but in the go, definitely you will learn it. But in case you are a person who don't have any equipments, then I would highly recommend you to outsource this. 2 ways you can do this. Local studios, sometimes it is working good for few people. You can go to the local studio, ask them if they are having a very good studio setup and the photographer is ready to take it. Please proceed. But main problem I could see here is that they are not sure for Amazon rules. They are not sure of editing. They are not able to bring the output. So that's where, either you should be technically sound person or he should be a sound person. So this is the gap like agency like us are fixing. Like we know what is the requirement, and when people come to us, before and all we were just taking shoot. Now we don't provide only shoot orders, because only images are the something that is going to speak on Amazon. So white background images alone are not sufficient in 2023. So we help them to work on infographics, creative shoots, and in the descriptions you could have seen in Amazon a lot of images. So yeah, we make sure that you ask them. We ask them to work on it definitely. We call it as A+ catalog. So we say like you work on an A+ catalog, because only when you do, you're going to stand outside the crowd. Else, like even for us, like we have done shoot, but you won't get sales. But once we are able to do the shoot, work on infographics, give them the proper support, they are able to crack sales. Some of our students know even before sending the products to FBA warehouse, even without running ads, they are able to get sales. That's because of this images and good SEO that we are actually working. So it's a rare case only without ads, sales are coming. But yes, when things are happening, we could see, wow, that whatever the work that we have done is really getting good results.
Okay. As we talk about the SEO, Nivetha, that is also one thing about the content writing. Now, although there are so many AI tools are there, like ChatGPT has evolved from last October 2022, so people are going over. So if somebody put it down on ChatGPT, say for example, acting people on some products, and he put it down over there, or he take the competitor's content and he spin the content or ask the ChatGPT, and those content he put it on Amazon. So will the Amazon AI is able to track, or will they able to generate a good business based on the content?
I have this contrary statement. Everyone is like use AI, but I have little contrary thoughts on it. Like for example, consider today I may be the first person to do that. I may be the first person to spin the content, or go to ChatGPT and say write description for green water bottle of plastic material. But After a month or so, there will be
Yeah.
2 people, third people, four. It is going to keep on come, and there are chances there will be an overlap. So here is something that I
Okay.
would recommend you to do. I also use ChatGPT. I don't say no, but once the ChatGPT is going to give you the content, just
Mm-hmm.
tweak it little. How you can change it means there is something
Mm-hmm.
called listing builders. We say in Amazon, like you can use any tool, Jungle Scott listing builder, Helium, etc., where we understand what are the top
Mm-hmm.
keywords that your product actually should have. For example, if it's water bottle, in Hindi we call pani bottle.
Okay.
So pani is a keyword that we have to
Mm-hmm.
rank obviously. So when there's a content, I can even use the word
Mm-hmm.
pani there. So just think like that wisely. Use some
Okay.
regional words. It's okay to use some regional
Mm-hmm.
words. Even during SEO process, we use back-end
Okay.
keywords like we call pani in like what to say in Hindi and Joel in Bengali and Tamil Tanil means we plan to use those in keywords and try to target it. So my request is that
Okay.
I'm not saying you don't use it, but
Okay.
use it very wisely by make sure that the top
Mm.
keywords are injected in your listings. Not you shouldn't over inject it, but make sure that yes,
Okay.
it's available in your listing, and that will really help you in ranking.
Okay. Okay. Again, one question from the audience had asked, okay, ma'am, do you provide the
Yes, yes,
photography
we
your
do
agency?
provide our
That's
agency.
a
You can
question
just
has been
ping me,
asked.
so I will share you the numbers, etc.
Okay. So you can just DM to Nivedita also, and she will provide each and everything also. Again, if somebody wants, as the topic is without leaving the job, if somebody wants to start the business, what is the minimum, the money budget, including the ads, sponsors, and product procurement? So many different areas are there. How much should be the budget to start with the one? As you start with the 3 products. If the product is in starting, what is the minimum budget one could start? 1 lakh,
Definitely in 2023,
50,000.
30 to 50,000 minimum. Mostly 30,000, 20
Okay.
to 30,000 will go in products, but you have marketing cost and obviously you have GST cost, product photo shoot cost.
Hmm.
So having 50,000 is a wonderful start. 30 in the worst case, like if you are not able to manage, then 30,000. But people are, on an average,
Hmm.
my students who are investing around 30 to 50K, they are able to see quick numbers and they are able
Hmm.
to, play with it. And sometimes some people even take a trademark. So by taking a trademark, the advantage is like I can
Okay.
upload videos on Amazon. So again, my brand visibility increases,
Hmm.
sales
Hmm. Hmm.
increases. So this graph is actually interlinked. The more money
Hmm.
that you have, the more you can test, the more you can put on marketing, the quick success you have. But I felt like that doesn't should
Okay.
be a stop pointer for you. Start small. Be ready that your graph is going to be slow and
Hmm. Hmm.
steady,
Hmm.
but at some point of time you will taste it. No, that's what I honestly feel. I tasted my first order. Like I was like, wow, I'm in an office. How come this first order is coming? If you get the taste, you will start loving this business because I know it's hard. Like from a middle class family, if
Hmm.
I'm going to, I have to manage my family. If I'm
Hmm.
going to say to my family, give me 1 lakh, obviously they'll be questioning me. Unless you have results, people don't
Hmm.
believe us. So it's okay to start small. I don't say no, but at least start with
Exactly.
30,000 worst case. So you can really do good numbers slowly. Then you
Hmm.
will prove to your family. You will get loans, or you can get a even gold from your wife or mother. That's possible.
Yeah, true, true. Nivedita, one question asked by Jitendra Jain, 84, how to select the moving product, or I can say the
Yes. So
trending
we
product.
actually use
That's a
tool for
question.
it. So, in industry, many would be using Jungle Scott and Helium. I personally use Jungle Scott tool. In this tool,
Yeah.
I go and figure out,
Okay.
okay, what is the keywords people are searching for. Keywords we value a lot.
Hmm.
If people are
Hmm.
searching for this keyword, then that particular, we will figure out what product is actually winning. Then we figure out what is the demand, what is the competition,
Hmm.
what is the niche score, etc. And then we try to source the product. And I have
Hmm.
a few logics framed, but we call it as, e-crushing mantra, where I framed a few mantras and I give to my students. I
Hmm.
ask them to apply those formulas on the listing. And generally they send us me
Hmm.
the sheet like,
Hmm.
this is what the products we have finalized. And again, I just look into the sheet and like based on my experience, there will be some product. Even after the data speaking, we may
Hmm.
not, do good sales. So I figure out all
Hmm.
those
Hmm.
and I advise my students, and that's how you have to start understand what is in demand, but it shouldn't be too competitive. If you're going to select it,
Hmm.
then you will be bleeding money. You will be wasting a lot of money there.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, when we talk about the product selections, there are the few apps are also there, the Chrome extension are
Right.
also there, like Jungle Score. So how one can, and we don't know whether the data it is authentic or not from the Chrome browser or from that app. I remember in those times, 7 years back, there was one application, Amazon seller application, and we used to put it down the ranking number or some product name, and then it will show on the India level it is showing 119, 120, how much they sell, from which seller, Amazon own seller. I won't name any seller's name, and it was giving. So how we can trust whether this listing of the product is genuine, the Chrome extension, the different apps are there. So a person may get confused.
Actually,
also.
see, I use Jungle Squad, but I won't say it's 100% true. I know it because in my account, I know how much I'm sales making. It is going to share me wrong data. But over the years, I have found that Jungle Squad will lower your sales. Like we say, like monthly sales, it is going to show. It will share you a lower numbers. So understanding the tool logics and setting formula according to it plays a major role. So I say my students, I've given them the formula because I know this tool has some problem. So, obviously, if you are going to use a particular tool, understand what is the problem that it is having. Accordingly, you have to set a formula. That's very important. And of course, there are a number of tools that say AIMS, Scout, etc. But I have not explored much because I feel this tool is okay. And cost-wise, another is important, no? Because I am a coach. Like many people outside there, they suggest Helium also. The costing of the tool is way too higher. So people can't afford it. So I figure out two solutions. One, it should be cost effective and it should be little okay. It shouldn't show some dummy data. So it should have a valid data. And from this, how we can set the formula. So that's how I felt like I differentiated from the other coaches in the industry also.
Okay. Again, when we talk about the coaching, so do you provide with a coaching, means how it is a Zoom live classes or pre-recording videos are there? How you do help the new person?
Okay, it is like done with you model, like we along with the student will be doing it. So all the modules access would be given and they would be given a support system of email and also weekly calls they'll be having. Like I have weekly calls on Wednesdays, Thursday, like that, depending on their batches. In weekly calls, I don't, teach, okay, this week, this is the topic. Nothing like that. Like if you're going to come like, okay, Nirav, welcome. So I would get an intro about you and I will give you week on week homeworks. So before next week, I want you to finish this particular homework and I will be like, watch this module, finish this, any doubt, drop an email. By this way, what had happened, I'm not giving them the entire picture. So if I give the entire picture, it's going to scare you. So if I'm going to give a smaller picture, this week one, this is what you want to do. I'm here to guide you. So they will finish it and they will come back. In case they're not able to finish it, they'll come with a reason. Then again, I revise the deadline. So they come. Then again, like I'll be like, okay, select this particular product. Then they will be sending me the product sheet. I ask them to send the sheet. Everything I'm going to help there. Then I will select, okay, these are the products good to go. So like this, then once everything's ready, we help in photo shoot. We help in GST process. And we also help in completely launching the account, complete setup, everything we take care. Like main work for the student is to follow the modules, come to live classes, follow my schedule. So currently, membership renewal will be there, but on an average, we have 100 students and there are 2 different batches. I know each and every student name, their location, what status they are. Because, unless and until if I'm knowing it, I have a sheet maintaining for it. So, and we have an internal software also, like where we can, pull out a student's name, understand what is their status, who's the point of contact for it, because our team also work with them. So without that, I believe, people can't take action because in my initial days, I did my mistake. There will be, n number of people, I won't even know their names. Now, if you are going to come, I know this is your face, this is your state, this is your exact struggle. This is your personal journey. This is what you are. So I'm able to connect with people more now. So we are taking only limited applications. This 100 is like an entire batch. Obviously, all 100 did not join the same month. So that's how, we help to, I personally help to connect with people and I appoint some team members also for them during their journey and make sure that we are bringing good results. My idea is to bring results. So if they are ready to hustle harder, I am ready to help them.
Great. So somebody again asks a new person that how to find a winning product. That's already we have discussed. You can see this video. I will upload it on Instagram also as well as on my YouTube channel also. You don't have to worry. We won't repeat the questions again. Okay. When we talk about the products also, one more question pop up into my mind. Many people, they
Mm-mm.
procure the product from the China as a drop shipping or from the Alibaba, the Chrome extension, and they. So it is now
Oh,
allowed, or
it is.
can we trust
Yeah,
such
it
type
is
of
actually
Chinese
allowed. There
seller?
is no problem. So I have stopped actually buying from China. But in the past 3 to 4 months, my students are asking
Okay.
lots of questions related to it. So what I'm doing currently, I'm working on some test projects.
Hmm.
So I have done my shipments. It's on the way. So for since my students have requested, so I am creating
Hmm.
some modules for them. But it's possible, but you have to be very
Hmm.
careful
Hmm.
because I did one mistake. Like I started importing some products without this certificate. I know certificate is required, but my supplier
Hmm.
gave me a false promise. So what we are doing in case someone
Okay.
is requesting for, getting the products from China, we have separate agency for them. So we are redirecting them to it. Because personally, like I have not done it means I
Okay.
shouldn't preach it. That's what I believe. I did it at 2017 last.
Hmm.
After that, I stopped doing purchasing from China
Okay.
because I felt it's not going synergy with me. I want to support Indian products, etc. But again, when there is a necessity, like everyone is
Hmm.
asking, and sometimes what happened when we are buying from
Hmm.
India Mart, no, people are sending only Chinese item. So now students have asked me like, why
Yeah.
don't I get it from China itself instead? So that was a very
Hmm.
logical
Hmm.
question,
Hmm.
and
True.
obviously, Make in India movement is also there while we get products from China. So again, I had to revamp, and yes,
Hmm.
for students, I have to definitely do it. You can do it, but be very careful especially on beauty, toys, electronic items, and all. You should definitely have a lot of certification. The general categories like home and kitchen and all, there is no problem. You can proceed. You can speak with the supplier, negotiate, and just give a try. That's what
Hmm.
I honestly did. Just give a try and get the samples first. Even if it's from China, please get the samples and then proceed with bulk ordering. Else, don't believe anyone. No one is to be
Hmm.
believed. Especially even in India, you cannot believe anyone. When it goes
Yeah.
outside country, you don't have control itself. So don't buy in bulk. Be happy with the sample
Yeah.
only, then buy in
Exactly.
bulk.
Okay. So when we talk about the different categories, Nivita, what about the healthcare? Healthcare is a very big market and very sensitive also. So what are the certification are
Okay.
required for Amazon India platform? If we suppose, for example, we start with the Ayurveda, I started with the Ayurveda, then health
No,
and diet
I
and nutrition,
don't
skin,
request my
cosmetic
students
product,
to
we have to
start with
apply
this
or
category because Ayurveda requests if a product is going to be having Ayurvedic ingredient, it's going to cure something. We require Ayush certificate. So, see, when it comes to
okay.
certification, you can get it. We can get help approval. But when you're kickstarting a journey, if all these certifications should be submitted,
Hmm.
it's going to delay your process by 1 to 2 months. Like people will have all the products in stock, they will
Okay.
lose their energy and interest. So my request to my student is like, I would
Hmm.
be like, okay, don't go with this product. This product requires certification.
Hmm.
This product require approval means I ask them to avoid it
Hmm.
in the initial days. But once they are into the process, they have
Okay.
tasted the sales, etc. Then they can definitely go for it. I don't say
Hmm.
no. And there are few exceptions where people like no issues. I'm ready to wait. I have an investment of around 5 lakhs.
Hmm.
So if they're having proper investment, proper
Okay.
understanding of the product, and again I say no. For example, you are promoting
Hmm.
Ayurvedic
Hmm. Hmm.
product is okay because I know that you are in this niche. If I am a new person, I don't have any idea. Don't promote some irrelevant products. If I don't know about the product, how can I come and say
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
eat this, eat that? I don't do ethical things there. So
Hmm.
stop
Hmm.
avoiding it. Feel the product because I had an Ayurvedic doctor, so he is okay
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
do
Hmm.
that. I said, okay, if you are having investment, let's do it. I will help you in the journey.
Hmm.
But if you are not of the niche, no, please don't do it.
Okay.
That's not proper way to kickstart a product. That's what I feel. You can't relate with the product itself.
Okay, okay. Even because at that time I was manufacturing from the third party and in my brand names, then I was doing the marketing. Okay. Similarly, one more question somebody asked, Amit Naik, he told, what about the
Yes,
nutraceutical product?
yes,
I think
correct.
that's the
It
same
will no,
one,
it won't come
Nivedita.
under
Give a
Ayurvedic. It is
more
health
broad.
and personal care. It requires approval. No certifications required. But again, if you're okay to get the approvals,
Okay.
wait for it's even when we are pushing with the Amazon, we are taking 45 to 60 days sometime to get the approval. Even after internal
Okay.
context, doing something out of box also, we are facing the issue. So if you're ready to wait, if you really know it's a wonderful product, well
Hmm.
and good, no problem.
Okay. And Nivedita, somebody asked that there are a few people who are doing the marketing on Amazon with a famous brand name. That I will reframe this question in this way. Suppose if I want to sell my product. I'm procuring from
Mm-hmm.
Tupperware, for example. I'm just giving an example. I need a famous brand name with a very minimum budget and a minimum what we say, the benefit I'm deriving, the limited percentage I'm getting, maybe 1%, 2%. So it is allowed, like, because Tupperware, for example, is a big brand. The Fossil is a big brand. So am I able to
Okay.
sell it legally on Amazon? If I'm coming there, I want to sell. I have so many stuff. Amazon, I have the Fossil, I have the Tupperware, I have the XYZ.
Okay.
What about the brandable
Coming to
products?
Tupperware, personally, you cannot sell it. Tupperware, Samsung, iPhone, this all you cannot sell it. There are two ways to address this question. Like,
Okay.
most of the famous brands currently in India
Okay.
have a separate e-commerce dealer. Sony, Samsung, and all will have a dealer.
Okay.
And if you go and list your product itself,
Okay.
it will throw an error. You cannot list this product, submit the approval letter. But there are
Okay.
few brands, who don't restrict that. We call it
Okay.
as gating. They don't do all these gating, but you please don't go and
Hmm.
resell it, because I started my journey by selling Milton, Signoraware, Pampers, Mami Paco, etc. See, at that time it was so easy. I can go and map the
Okay.
products. There was no rules. But in case you want to resell a product, first to speak with the brand, you cannot directly contact the brand. So I did the below hacks. I just dropped them a message over email. Sometimes you get reply, or I try to get the distributor number of the brand, and I speak with the distributor, or we call it as sales manager, ASM, RSM, area sales manager, regional sales manager. So I started speaking with them initially and to understand whether we can sell it or there are separate e-commerce person. If they are like, no, anyone can sell it, then you can proceed. But my, single advice for you is like, don't resell products. This we call it as reselling. If I am going to build a brand for Tupperware or, Oriflame, whatever it is, I am selling someone else's brand. You're not building your own brand. So why are we selling online is to build an asset for you and your family, and you have to make money even when you sleep. And no one should come and question me. It's like I'm starting a side hustle, but consider I'm selling Milton flask. Tomorrow Milton is going to come and say me like, hey, listen, you can't sell it. We have appointed a separate person, or we ourselves are directly selling. I should obey for it. So why again you have to go in someone else's control? So start building your own brand, and one benefit is like, if I'm building my own brand, I set the MRP. I am the owner of it. I know how to set the MRP. I know how to give margin. Tomorrow I can manipulate anything. I can enhance it. I can create combos. Everything, I become the owner. So my request is like, this is what I did in my initial days when I started, 2013 and all. Only reselling, because I don't know how to build a brand. At that time, this trademark word itself was like fear for me. What is this trademark? So I was so scary of the trademark. Like I will think of big offices, big office. So that's what. But now everything is online. You have Vakil search, you have clear tax, India filings. If you go and type, immediately you will get a call. You will understand the logics. Lot of free resources are there. So please don't resell it. Start your own brand. That's what, my entire syllabus is only about creating your own brand. I don't cover about reselling itself. And none of my students are doing reselling. I don't encourage it.
That's great. When you talk about the accounts and financing, so suppose if somebody started a business, so what the calculations, or is there any third partner we have to appoint an accountant who will take care of or the Amazon itself in their dashboard, they make any calculation and show you an Excel file that you have been sell 50 bottles of ABCD SKUs. What about the accounting part on the Amazon FBA? Do we have to hire any accountant or
Okay, there are two things to answer here. First is one thing that is called GST filing. Legally speaking, you have to month on month do GST filing. So for that, obviously, you require a tax consultant, unless and until you are from finance background, or you are like, I can manage with YouTube videos. But my recommendation, outsource this work, because there is a lot of things, GST 2A, 2B, 9, something. It will go like endless process. My work, I don't do. My auditor will be like, it is time. Like every 11th, I have to submit the sales. Every 20th, I have to submit the purchase. Yearly one reconciliation will be there. We are multi-crore company, so we maintain book of business, etc. We have a lot of TAN numbers, etc. So giving this work to the auditor will make you more free. So please give the work to auditor. But the question that you asked is another perspective. Like people want to know how much profit I made, how much sales I made. This is the order. For this, you can go and manually do reconciliation. There are a lot of plugins available. But once you scale the business, definitely you have to use tools like OMS Guru or foresight. There are a lot of tools available in the market.
Okay.
Here, what happened is that we will clearly understand this much profit I made, and sometimes Amazon will not give you proper share. You have to figure out that. And because it happens in lakhs account actually, they don't, sometimes they miss out some payments, they miss out like this order did not get this much payment, this order did not even get refund. All this tool will figure out and give you a report. Our work will be to go and upload the report, raise a case on Amazon, that's it. So once you start making around 5 lakh plus and all, start working on tools. At least 1 lakh plus if you want to understand the entire flow, because that's where many people think they don't calculate and they feel things are not working. If you calculate, you will really understand actually where are we fixing, where are we missing it, and we can fix it properly.
True. When you talk about this one, different products, one more question, like garments and the books. These are also very good trending product. If somebody is starting his own book launching, so the first thing we always look for any product, whether the garments, electronic, that is the reviews. Can you throw light about what type of the reviews are? Because previously I know there were some agencies who were doing the fake reviews also. Later on, Amazon banned those people. Now they are allowing only the verified customer to give the review. Suppose if I'm purchasing the fossil watch, then they will come down, a pop-up, a notification will come that give the reviews. So what about the reviews? If I'm launching a product, obviously people won't purchase on the very first instant. They will look about the reviews. So in that area, how you will help the student or the new?
I discuss this on a public forum actually. So there are little out of box methods because as you said, that's a wonderful point. Like I have handled accounts where they were making around 1 crore per month also. An account got suspended because they did a lot of review manipulation. So honestly, I was not able to activate the particular account. So things happen even for, why I'm saying that crore word is like they were literally making crores, but we were not able to activate. So life, is dependent like that. So that's the reason. One more reason I said people like when you start on Amazon, don't believe Amazon. Start Flipkart, start your own website also. That's another story. But when it comes to review offline, I share few methods, few logics, what they can do, so that we can enhance the review process. But once you are scaling, when it comes to big brands, for example, I work with students, I work with brands also. So I work with brands and I share them some ideas like let's create a funnel for your reviews. Okay, without violating policy. Like sometimes, you would have purchased a headset and you would have got a card like text this number to extend your warranty for 6 months. So why are they doing it? Is like once we text it, they will be getting our numbers. So data collection. Another thing is after that they can send a WhatsApp message saying that thanks a lot, your warranty is extended. Why don't you leave us a 5-star review? I would be happy because my warranty is extended 6 months. So like this, we are trying to create a funnel, and another funnel that we are currently, creating and testing is like sending a QR code. For example, if I'm selling a toy, I can send a QR code. They can scan it. They can get an ebook. The ebook can be delivered through WhatsApp or through a form. Again, I'm getting the data. So in that loop, I can send them an email targeting saying that, okay, you have got this particular product. Why don't you leave us a review? Now, this is not illegal. But if I'm going to directly go and say them, leave a 5-star review, I will give you 50 rupees Paytm amount. That is illegal. By that case, only Amazon is going to suspend. So, creation of this proper funnel is important, but you can't do this for small brands. So, because once your brand is big only, you will have numbers, data, we'll understand, okay, we have got total 1,000 orders. We have done this much review. You should have proper data. So, once your brand is really doing good numbers, do all these funnels. Else, you can ignore it in the initial stage, but always have this in your mind. And start purchasing your competitor products. That's it, that I always do. I wanted to test out. Multiple top brands, I even purchase it even now to understand, is there any stuff that they are doing? Is there any QR code inside? What is their funnel? So everything start analyzing, always reading your competitors, not equal competitors. Any competitor. Take out Dabur Honey, purchase it and check out what they are doing. So everything, if once you're able to test it, it would be great.
Okay. Why I asked about the reviews, Nivedita, because there are reviews there on the different platforms also. Like Google page, I also do have. Like Google put a ban, or if I'm getting more negative review on my services. Okay. So what happens? So many people, even the competitors and a few people, they purposely put down a negative review on Google. So my rating gets down also. Similarly, it may
Correct.
happen or it will be had happened in the past also. People purposely put it down so that their rival brands should go down into the ranking also. So that's the reason I purposely said this question, that how to safeguard our brand if somebody purposely putting you down by giving the
See,
negative
that's
feedbacks. So have you come
to
down
be
to
very
such a
frank, many people say that okay, my competitor is doing this, I will do it back. So I say like doing it back is not the solution. Again, you see, he's going unethically. He's going
okay.
little step down. Why should I go step down? That's not my cup of tea. It's not tit for tat. Will not work out. But we can just see how we can enhance it.
Yeah,
Let him put negative reviews. See how you can arrange some positive reviews from your side. And how you can convert that negative into
okay.
positive. Like most of the time, you cannot remove the reviews on Amazon. And see, even in a service, if that's what is going to happen, you
Okay,
know
we
who's
can't.
doing it. But if you are again going to go to the competitor, put the
Yeah,
negative review, like it is spoiling our own character now. Why should I go down
yeah,
for him? So he is like that. Let him be like that.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
so that's what advice I would say,
Mm.
because people react like this. Many people come to me and say like he did
Mm-hmm.
it. So why
Yeah.
don't I ask people to place an order? They will get the order. Then they will put the return. They will put the. Don't think too much. Instead of that budget, use it for your own product growth. So that's what I would
Mm-hmm.
do, is focus on your own growth. Let the others spoil you, throw you stones. No, just see
Mm-hmm.
how you can convert those stones into flowers. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So start working on your own review cycle.
Exactly.
Now consider you are able to generate 100 reviews. Your competitor is
Mm-hmm.
playing only with 10 reviews. It's going to be just 10%. Through the time, it's going to become 1%. So
Mm-hmm.
just to work on increasing your sales, increasing your
Mm-hmm.
review funnel. Leave that. That's part of not just this business. Every business it happens. Please ignore it.
Okay, that's wonderful insight. Nivedita, one more thing. When you say you guide your students. So when we start scaling the business, how we should opt with starting the team building, because every time you cannot handle each and as you told in 2013 when you started near to 17, there was the business growth. Then obviously you start scaling your business and you start building the team. So what is the best way to
Yes.
understand now I need a team instead
Okay.
of doing everything of
There
my
will be
own?
one point of
Because
time you'll be
at
frustrated.
one point of
So
time
that's
there is
what
a
I honestly keep it. And see, another
exactly.
thing I decide, okay, whether, for example, if I'm going to outsource this particular work, can I make the same revenue, or can I increase
Mm,
it? Or can I, build a team for it?
yeah.
That involvement is not at all required. To be very honest, in
Mm,
2023, most of the work don't even require involvement. So even in my team, for example, I'm saying we are using X
mm,
Razor Pay, where we can automate all the payment to the freelancers, payroll
mm,
automation, everything is done. So even payment level, I have given authority to
mm,
my team.
mm.
They pay the vendors. I don't pay the vendors. I'm
Okay.
not involving it. So this much level of
Okay.
automation is possible,
Mm,
but you should create some framework for it. If you're,
mm,
it's okay to build a team, internally or going to
mm,
outsource, but create some framework. Why am I hiring? Is the cost is okay, and is your time valued?
mm.
For example, if I am going to work on one
Okay.
particular hour, instead of outsourcing it, if I work on another stuff, if I work on business strategies, I'm going to
Mm,
make more money, right? So outsourcing is always good. Building a team is
exactly.
always good. That's where I started feeling real entrepreneurship. Else I was a solopreneur. I was cheating myself like I am an entrepreneur, but once
Yeah.
I started hiring team, like currently I'm on a call with you. I know there are 5 more other
Mm,
people who are working on a sales call with the persons.
mm.
So business starts working for me, team will work for
Okay.
you. So building a team is most important step in entrepreneurship.
Mm,
Else, I feel you're not building entrepreneurship. You are just
mm,
trying to create a job for yourself. Like it's like self-employed. So especially when it comes to
mm.
e-commerce, it's important like
Exactly.
you give,
Exactly.
work to a lot of people. So start outsourcing in terms of freelancer agency. But one lovely thing that I learned through the years is building
Mm.
your own team. No, even though I am an agency, I shouldn't say this, but
Yeah.
yes, start building your own team. It will take some time, but it will
Yeah.
give you a lot of happiness.
Definitely. Nivedita, one more question comes that suppose if somebody starts killing on Amazon India platform, now I want to move into the international level. So
.com,
Amazon.in,
yeah.
Amazon.uk in your so how can we shift it a business, or we can play into Amazon India also? Also, we start working on Amazon UK or .com other
Yes,
areas
it's
also.
possible.
Is it possible,
But
or do
yeah,
we need a different?
coming to the
It's possible.
documentation part for US, we don't require any documents. One of the wonderful platform to start. For example, to sell on India, I said we
Okay.
require GST. To sell on US, nothing. Just your nationality documents and a credit card.
Okay.
Yes.
Nothing.
So anyone can sell on US, but
Okay.
the problem is like that doesn't mean like you can go and sell an immediately product. The problem is you have to understand the US market, what products are selling, and the shipping cost from
Okay.
here to US. That again, it's very important. Or in case you're figuring out supplier in
Okay.
US, all this matters a lot. So before starting, understand whether your product is
Mhm.
suitable for US. That's one important thing that you have to do. And all your cost, after all your cost, can you make money?
Mhm.
So US is good platform to start, but when it
Okay.
comes
Okay.
to UK, you require UK where to store products there. When it comes to
Mhm.
UAE, again
Mhm.
you require UAE where to store products in
Mhm.
UAE countries, United Arab Emirates. So it depends on the marketplace, but starting with
Mhm.
US is wonderful choice. That I won't, say no. But another
Okay.
problem here is like when you're starting in India, there is no charges. Month on month, Amazon is not going to collect charges. When you're starting on
Mhm.
US, around $40 they are collecting. Currently, there is a free program that is going on. Like we are
Okay.
even partners with international. So for us, whomsoever we are launching, they give us 3 months
Mhm.
free. No charges, and they give 100 rupees
Okay.
ad credits and all. That's okay, but because of that, don't start it. Have
Okay.
a wonderful product, and then it's okay to start.
Okay. Okay. So that is also one of the good choice to start with immediately with a lesser
Correct.
document on the US. But again, the product
Yes.
selection is the
Yes.
big
Correct.
criteria over there because one of my friends is he started working on Amazon. He's residing in US only. So that's the reason I just asked these questions also. Again, when we talk about this product selection, what about the big product like, say for example, a washing machine, murtis, the idols, the big print, which are very sensitive, the glassware, which are very sensitive to handles also, as well as laptop. This product selection and this product, do the Amazon India charge very higher also because of the
Okay.
logistic
Now, when it
part?
comes to large
Or
product, we don't recommend FBA itself. For example, if I'm selling furnitures, if I'm selling office chair
okay.
itself, if I'm going to store
Hmm.
there, obviously the storage
Hmm.
cost will be higher, logistics cost will be higher. So for them, we advise
Hmm.
doing self ship only.
Okay.
And I have worked with few brands before,
Okay.
where they do only self ship. That means
Hmm.
they ship only to Chennai, they ship only to Mumbai. There are brands like that. There are
Okay.
some frozen products or
Okay.
some products with a lifespan of just one day and all. They do, for example, if there is, I know a person from
Hmm.
Hyderabad who sells chicken, so he sells only inside Hyderabad. He can do only that. So when it comes to heavy product or
Okay.
some
Okay.
product like
Okay.
this with an expiry date of 1 day, 3 days, 7 days and all, it's recommended that you can restrict yourself to your own
Hmm.
state because obviously if you're going to ship a bed from, Kanyakumari to like Tamil Nadu to, Jammu Kashmir, it's going to cost you a lot. So then you have to understand your target
Yeah. Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
Like
True.
your target audience should be around you. So focus on that only.
Hmm. Okay. The reason when I asked about the products one, like food products, when I was when we did the Amazon international training 5 years back also, they told there was one, I won't give the name of the brand. They were selling the laddu. The trainer told me that I told him, like you are sitting, they were sitting in a conference room and I will start selling the laddus. It will be very,
Correct.
very crucial because the quality is a matter. And while shipping to the different state, the quality get hampered also. Then, but he maintained anyhow that quality, and now he's into the Amazon US also. He's selling that with the same brand name. So when we talk about the food products and beverages also, so it is viable to sell only the same state and cities because, as I told, the quality is always a matter. Like laddu, gulab jamun, and
Okay.
these are sweets also. So what do you recommend for those
Okay. For
food
example,
products
we
or food
have a
products?
seller we are selling diet laddu. It is one of the wonderful product. Like USP is really good. Taste wise, it's good, and their shelf life is above 6 months. So it depends on the shelf life. For example, I know like if
Okay.
you buy a sweet from Krishna Sweets and which is top sweets in Tamil Nadu, I guess 7 days is the time frame. I'm not sure. 7 days, I guess 7 to 15 days and all. It's very hard. I cannot send the parcel. The parcel itself will take 7 days. So depending on the shelf life, please plan for it.
Yes.
And even when you are getting the category approval in Amazon, if you're going to
Okay.
put 7 days, they won't even give you approval for these products. So even there, you have to do some manipulation of shelf life.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So don't go for small shelf life of three
Okay.
months and
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Mostly, I recommend my students only 6 months and above, so that we can actually, for example, I'm sending a
Okay.
product to FBA warehouse now today, 100 units. Obviously, I'm not going to sell 100 units in a day or in a month.
Hmm.
So consider it's going to take 3 months for me to sell. After that, the customer shouldn't feel it's a near expiry product. I may get a product, it may be valid for 1 month, it's food product. So I will be like, hey, 1 month only is there, it's a near expiry product, they will return it. So that's where the key plays a role when it comes to food products. Don't send in bulk, send it batches. For 1 month, 2 months alone, plan it. Because if it's going to come back and again, there is a problem. Because one more problem is that when the product is going to come in the return, and consider you're sending new stocks, they don't know what is the old stock, what is new stock. Their work is just to scam. So there are chances that your stock which is going to return may go under. Like they don't follow proper FIFO model and all. So when it comes to food product, these are the struggles. So having a product of above 6 months shelf life is wonderful. 1 year, 2 years and all, very good. So sending in batches properly with a small time frame matters a lot.
Okay. Just last question, because almost the 1 hour, and I think we have covered all the questions. What about the return policy, refund policy? Means how much the losses a seller has to incur if somebody returns? Especially it happens more with the apparel products also, I understand. So what about the refund and returns, the losses one has to bear as a seller? And
there are two types of returns. One is courier return, another is customer return. For courier return, one side courier charges will be borne by us. But in case if it's going above 8% and all, we can get a claim. So the rules will vary. But generally on a general note, I'm saying. When it comes to customer return, here comes a real game. Because courier charges will be on us and Amazon commission charges will also be on us. Why means Amazon was about to earn that commissions. But because a customer has returned, it is our mistake. Mostly. So this is like a biased only, but it's a rule. Because they did not earn money, they will be deducting it and then only they'll be paying us. So monitoring our returns plays a major role. Fixing 100% all, we cannot eliminate returns. That's, even if you buy a top brand product, you will not be happy. Many people won't be happy. So don't focus on 100% elimination, but always monitor whether I'm 5%, how can I make it 4%, 3%? Work on that. Understand why they're returning it, what are the reviews, how you can fix it. Is it possible? Then please fix it. In case you're not able to fix it, return ratio is so bad, then stop the product. That is not a winning product at all.
Okay. And when we talk about the refund and returns, usually in the other e-commerce that they are selling from their own website, they usually say, because having the interaction with so many clients, they can usually keep the COD, cash on delivery, because in India the prepaid orders are very less. And people are getting so scared, so we have to put in a COD. And even in the COD, they are the 30% returns order. To get ready, if you're starting your e-commerce, start with a COD and then only will get a payment. And again, there are the high chances the customer may return on the door also. So how to deal with such type of, whether in Amazon
nothing can be done actually, but in website maybe you can eliminate. We have done some tests for that, like just sending all the parcels, we were around 65% of return. And by implementing IVR system, IVR means automated calling systems, we were able to just bring to 40%, because IVR means you will place the order now. Immediately you will get a call. You will immediately say, yes, I need the product. But what one hack that we did was we called the next day. Today you are going to place the order. We call the next day through sales team, and if they are giving yes, only we will ship the product. No means we won't ship the product. So that gave us better results. And recently there are softwares, WhatsApp marketing softwares like Vati, etc. you can use, and there are two things you can do. You can confirm the order and you can try to convert that into a prepaid order. Maybe you can send a message saying that, okay, if you're going to pay it right now, I will give you 25 rupees discount. So when a COD order is converted into prepaid order, returns are less, profit is more. But yeah, RTO is one of the biggest problem when it comes to Indian e-commerce. I won't say no. So when it comes to marketplace, we don't have the control, but website, we can definitely control it. We can work on, lot more testings, and we can definitely reduce it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a wonderful insight, Nivedita, about the COD. So I think we have covered almost all the FAQ we normally ask. Okay, and whatever the question has been popped down into the comments also, I think you have answered each and every questions also. So here I am with my okay. Once again, the last one. those who want to opt for the how to start with the Amazon FBA journey, there is a course started by Nivedita itself, and there is a website I've seen, Nivedita Mudli.in/masterclass. Like the masterclass is also there. If you want, I will put it down in the comments. Okay, and those who want to ask any specific question, please do not come down to me. I'm not the e-commerce guy. You
Yes.
can directly DM to the Nivedita. Can you just give the email ID
Yeah,
on
you can just
verbal
drop an email,
wherein people will put it down.
niveda@newgenmax.in, or feel free to DM me. We would send you all the link, and you can book a call with us,
Okay.
and we would really be happy to assist you forward.
Okay, even I will put it down in my YouTube link description also about the Nivedita email IDs also and her other links also. So those who want to follow and how to start with the journey, she is there to help you. Also, her agency also that if you do not want to learn, her agency is there to take the one-to-one consultations and taking complete gamut of the Amazon game also. Okay, so thank you, Nivedita, for giving your valuable time. Almost 1 hour has taken from your life. So that's a very valuable asset you have given to me and also to my audience also. So that was amazing insight on Amazon selling also. So thank you very much.
Nothing.
Anything
Actually,
you
all
want to share,
the questions
Nivedita,
were
about
really,
any your
really wonderful. It
sub
was little
offers and
technical also, like not just regular boring questions. So it really went
yeah,
well.
yeah,
I didn't expect I'll
yeah,
speak for 1 hour. Thanks for making it more interesting.
yeah, yeah. Because I've already burned my money
Correct.
5 years
I
back
can
on
relate.
Amazon because there was nobody was to help me. Yeah, and one of my colleague, she told me, I will take care, brother, don't worry. And to my surprise, I was looking at the offline markets and she has put a ban on my Amazon account. So my GST is banned, my all the products are banned, even FC team, now you cannot sell anything. Because then I enter into that, start looking at the dashboard, I was totally blank, means what is bloody dashboard is. Dashboard of the Amazon is so big. A newbie
Correct.
won't able to understand how to go, where to go. Then I understand, yeah, I make a big mistake. Instead of giving somebody a newbie also, it is better I should hire an agency. Then later on, searching, I think I connect to you on Facebook and other areas. So, guys, do not empirically start everything of your own looking at the YouTube videos. I will say hire a mentor like Nivedita, and then maybe initially you may feel yeah 30-50,000 बहुत ज़्यादा जा रहा है. It is very cost on the trademark, but if you go with a proper mentoring, it will save your lakhs of money in the later stage also. What I understand. Okay, so thank you very much, Nivedita, once again for giving your time
Yeah.
and
Thanks a lot.
thank you
Thanks
very
a lot,
much.
Nira, for
That's I
inviting
can
me. And
say.
thank you, everyone. It was really wonderful.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you. Okay, bye bye.